Hey guys, welcome on back. Today I've got a video on upgrading the Echo CS4910. I'm going to label this as Project Timberwolf. Simply put, what we're going to be doing is upgrading the standard 20-inch bar to a Timberwolf bar. The difference between the two is the standard comes with a .325, so 325 thousandths gauge chain, 72 links. And the Timberwolf, it comes with a 3/8 inch gapped drive links, and it is a 70 drive links, and yeah, 3/8 inch drive gapped. So it's a little bit more of aggressive of a blade. With the saw running the way it is with the air filter modification or upgrade, it's outspeeding this chain. Simply, we're just going to upgrade this chain. Now with this chain upgrade, we also have to upgrade this drive sprocket. So that's the main thing I'm going to show you guys how to do. And I've got a little prep done just to save me a little time on the video. And yeah, we'll get into it. I removed the side cover, the bar, and the chain. The next thing I did was remove the top cover. In my case, with the filter modification or upgrade, I simply took off the shroud and then removed the spark plug. The next thing I did is I have to stop that cylinder from going up and down while we're turning the crankshaft or trying to remove the drive sprocket. And so what I did was take this rope and simply feed it into the cylinder. You want to use a rope that has no fibers sticking off of it. I've used this nice nylon rope. 550 cord would work really good with the ends melted. That's what this is. It's got a melted end on it. And you just want to shove it down in there and leave the tail hanging out, and that way it puts something in that cylinder to keep it from moving up and down. So that's all I did. Removed the spark plug and fed the rope into it. Alright, with everything out of the way, you can see the area that we're working in. This metal ring right here that interfaces with the chain, that's the drive sprocket that we're going to be removing. In order to do that, we have to take off this nut that's installed, as well as this washer that's underneath it. You're dealing with a drive shaft that comes out of the crank case, and that's what this nut is on. In order to keep it from falling off, they've gone with a righty-loosey, lefty-tighty threads on this. What I used to remove it with was a 13mm wrench. The small end of your bar tool will actually work on there as well, but I got a little bit better fit out of a 13mm wrench. So with the saw on a flat surface, what you're going to do is take your socket wrench, you're going to stick it on there, and you're going to righty-loosey. So it's counterintuitive, you're going to righty-loosey it. I've already broken torque on this and busted my knuckles, so just a forewarning, when you guys do this, watch your studs, and you probably want to put something down so when it actually breaks torque, then you don't mess up your hand. Your cylinder will move a little bit. It shouldn't move excessively. If it moves excessively, you need to pull it with more of a cord. Alright, with torque removed from that drive nut, I'm simply righty-looseying it. That will come off. The washer will come off. You can see how it's installed. It's dished upwards, just a stamped washer. And then the next thing that should happen is your drive sprocket should just pull right off. Simply is just slid right over top of there. In case you're wondering, see if I can get it in focus here. There is your stock drive sprocket, and it's showing a 325 thousandths drive on it. Here's the replacement I got on Amazon. It came in a 2-pack, which this is a wearable item, so having a spare one around is maybe a good idea depending on how much you're using it. You can see how this one's labeled. There's the difference between the two. Only real difference that I noticed besides the color is the 3/8 inch drive is larger and that's to accommodate the chain links being larger so they don't bind up and mess up that drive sprocket. I'm actually going to blow this entire thing out, clean it up before I reassemble it because I'm in this deep. Alright, continuing on from the point of changing out the drive sprocket, I've just taken a little bit of high temp anti-seize and put it onto the drive sprocket. I don't know if it's necessary, but there is some anti-seize remnants on this clutch cover, so I'm just going to put it on there just to be safe. Moving on to the nut, I'm going to make sure that the same side that was down is down as well. Before I do that, I'll put a little bit of anti-seize on this, just because, like I said, this is a wear item and we'll probably have to be back in here. Remember the lefty tighty, and snug it down. Our washer is still free like it was before. Our clutch is free. We can activate our clutch and it locks everything up. Let our clutch go and it frees it up. The next thing I'll do is pull out the piston stop, our fancy rope there. Alright, at this point it's everything in reverse, so we'll start by putting our spark plug back in. Okay. Plug wire. At this point you would install your air filter and cap, but because of our upgrade, I'll install the shroud. Screw. And then our cover. Alright, before I install the bar, I'm going to take this out back and give it a run just to make sure it runs, because we were moving things around and we disconnected that spark plug. I'd take you out there, but it's pitch black, so just imagine chainsaw noises here. Okay, everything runs fine. We can move on with installing our bar and chain. You can see the difference in these two blades. The tip is different. It's a much blunter tip up front here. There still is the greasing hole on both of them, as well as the, I'm going to say it's a chip hole. The entire bar itself is much wider. So all in all, it's just a beefier blade, and it's going to work for my application a lot better. Installation is easy. We'll get our chain. Right. We'll guide this on. Install our nuts. Alright, with a little misalignment between the cover and the bar, we're all situated out. Our clutch is working and our chain is tensioned. So we'll get a run on this, make sure nothing's binding up, and then probably tension it one more time. Insert chainsawing here.
Oh.